Today we will be talking about some more ways to represent our data. First of all, the word frequency. I've used that before. Frequency is the number of times something occurs. So say in this particular situation, I listed, say we took a poll of our class and this was the pet that they had at home. So it looks like we have cat, dog, bird, and fish. What we can do is find the frequency and create a frequency table to show how many students had that particular pet. So what I will do is I will list my possibilities: cat, dog, bird, and fish. So what I'm going to do now is just put tally marks just to keep track. So I'm going to start in the upper left-hand corner. So I have cat, dog, cat, bird. That's the first row. And then I've got bird, dog, dog, cat. And then the last row, dog, fish, cat, dog. Okay. So just a reminder, when you make tally marks, you make 4 vertical ones and then you put a cross for the 5th one. That helps you add up groups of 5. So then we can add them all up. So cat, we have 4, dog, we have 5, bird is 2, and fish is 1. So that would be a frequency table for these animals. The next kind of a representation is called a line graph. And that is primarily used to represent numbers or the frequency of numbers. And here's how we do this. Say we polled our class, asked how many miles did you run yesterday? And these were all of their answers. So I am going to draw a line. And it looks like what I do is I look at my data and I look at my lowest number. It looks like 3 is my lowest number and 10 is my highest. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm just going to number those in order. Now I'm going to, above the line, use some sort of symbol like an X, just to keep track of how many of each said that they ran these number of miles. So I'm going to start at the far left. I have an 8, I'll put an X there, 3, 5, 6, 7, then I have another 8, so I'm going to put it above, and then I've got a 5 and a 5, and another 3, another 6, a 10, a 7, and a 5. So we can kind of see how many at each number students reported. Okay, we can just see at a quick glance. That's the great part about representing data. We want to be able to see it easily and accurately. All right, so say there was a soccer tournament and our teams scored a number of goals. Now, we don't necessarily need to know how many individual goals they did like this. Say we want to do an interval. So we are going to say we want to know how many were in the 0 to 2 range. Say we're going to give them a grade, I don't know. Maybe from 3 to 5 goals, 6 to 8 goals, and maybe 9 and above goals. We're going to make some tallies right here. All right, so we're going to start at the upper left-hand corner. So 3 falls in here. 5 also falls in there. 2 gets placed there. Here's another 5 and a 4. There's a 7. A 1 gets put up here. A 0 gets put there. A 6 gets put there. Now we're on the second row of data. 4, 8, 5, 3, 2, 4, 5, and 9. Okay. So now what we could do is we can take these tallies. So in these intervals, these are called intervals, we can make a special kind of bar graph, and it's called a histogram. A histogram we use when we're looking at intervals. So we do about the same thing. We're going to say our first interval is 0 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, and 9 and above. And then we can say, let's see, I'm looking at my biggest number is 9. So we could make 10 our top 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll just put that for the individual numbers. Now, I know I have 4 in this first. So there's my first bar. From 3 to 5, I had 9, which is up to here. 6 to 8, I had 3. And 9 and above, I had 1. So this is called a histogram. It's a special kind of bar graph that has intervals. So we can say what interval had the most goals. And we can say it is from 3 to 5 goals. That seems to be the most common. So there are more ways to represent your data.